My name is Nora Dunn, and I'm otherwise known as the Professional Hobo. I'm here today to talk to you about a company that I've very inadvertently ended up kind of being the poster child for. The company is Pacsafe, and they're leaders in the market for anti-theft gear. Let's get into it. Pacsafe has been around for over 20 years. Their humble beginnings began with a slash-proof net that you could use and you could stretch over your backpacks, your travel backpacks and bags, to help prevent people from stealing your bag or slashing into your bag. Since then, they've expanded. They now make luggage, purses, backpacks of all kinds, slings, wallets, and more. The first Pacsafe thing that I got was their 25-liter Venturesafe Daypack. Now, this is over 10 years old, and it's definitely a little worse for wear, but the amount of abuse that I have given this pack for 10 years is not reflected in its current state. Pacsafe makes over 20 different styles and sizes of Venturesafe backpacks. This is the 25-liter, and their current 25-liter Venturesafe backpack looks a little bit different from this, but has a lot of the same features. So let's talk about some of these features. First of all, almost all of their zippers lock in some way. For example, this front zipper has a little hidden lock underneath, and you can just snap it. So if you're walking around with it on your back, somebody can't actually unzip your bag and steal the stuff from inside. Also, all zippers are always lockable. You have a couple of different ways of locking it. You can use the slash guard bits at the end, or you can zip them together and put a lock through the loop in the middle. All of Pacsafe's products, as far as I know, are also made with their signature exo mesh slash guard material. It's still ultra light, but nobody can cut into it. Also, almost all of their zippers are puncture resistant. Lastly, there's a little bit of a tricky strap here, and it's tricky in that it works into your favor. It's a pop and lock mechanism that allows you to detach your slash-proof strap and perhaps fix your bag to a pole or a table leg or something to prevent, again, somebody from walking away quickly with your bag. Now, this little mechanism here at the bottom does lock, but anyone can lock or unlock it. The difference is it takes time. So if someone is trying to take your bag and you have the slash-proof strap wound around a fixed object, it's going to take them long enough to figure out how to unhook this that you or somebody else will see what they're doing, and their attempts will be thwarted. Some standard backpack features that I appreciate in a day pack also include drink pockets on the side, as well as lots of room on the inside to organize your belongings. And of course, the back is padded in a way that's very comfortable to wear, and the straps are also padded and fully adjustable. Now, the newest design of the Pacsafe Venturesafe 25-liter backpack also has a couple of features that this pack in particular doesn't. First of all, any of the pockets in the front are RFID blocking, very important these days. And also, there's a padded sleeve for a laptop that can be up to 15 inches, and that padded bit at the back can also double as a camelback pocket. All in all, this is a solid day pack that obviously fits carry-on standards. It's unassuming, and it has all kinds of security features that I adore. Next up, when I decided that I wanted to start traveling full-time with carry-on luggage only, my first choice was, and still is, the Pacsafe 21 anti-theft wheeled carry-on. I traveled full-time for over 2 years with nothing but this luggage, and my Pacsafe Venturesafe Daypack, of course. That means everything that I owned fit into this bag. The Pacsafe Toursafe 21-inch wheeled carry-on has not changed very much since I bought this many, many years ago. So I'm going to walk you through some of the amazing features of this bag. First of all, standard to any Pacsafe piece of equipment, it has the exo mesh slash guard material. and it's got super duper heavy duty, puncture resistant, tamper proof zippers. Also, all zippers are lockable. Now you would think that something like slash guard material that's got like metal woven into it and all these heavy duty zippers would add to the weight, but in this case you would be wrong. This bag is only 5 pounds, which is great because when you're traveling with carry-on luggage, weight is always a concern and you need to keep your weight down as much as possible, so the lighter your luggage is, the better your situation will be. The wheels are super sturdy. I have used them on cobblestone streets, dirt roads, gravel, and sidewalks alike, and they still keep going. They've taken a beating, let me tell you. Also, the telescoping handle is great. I like the single telescoping handle versus the two. It saves on the weight, and it's very ergonomically friendly to use. And the side and top handles are incredibly sturdy. They're very well made. There's never gonna break. And it makes the bag incredibly easy to pick up and go down a flight of stairs or go wherever you need to go. There are 2 main compartments to this bag. The design is very simple and I appreciate it for that. The first compartment goes down to the bottom of the bag in depth. It also has a couple of pockets here for organizing things. The newest model has RFID blocking features in these pockets. The main compartment opens up clamshell style, and it's quite simple. You've got one side over here where you can put a few belongings in here and you can see them through the mesh. Great for dirty laundry or a couple of extra things. And in the main compartment, there is a feature over here where you can keep a couple of extra things. Other than that, it's just one basic main compartment, and you've got a couple of straps to compress your clothes down if you want. This little feature is quite handy because as you fill your stuff, you can actually cinch it down and it holds everything together so none of your stuff will accidentally get caught in the zippers. The capacity of this bag is 42 liters. That's about the maximum that you will be able to get away with for carry-on luggage and not be required to check it. If you're flying with a really small regional airline, you may not be able to get this through, but 9 times out of 10, you'll be fine. Now, I'm a big fan of soft-sided luggage, whether it's carry-on size or checked size. Pacsafe, by the way, makes a 29-inch model that's almost exactly the same as the 21. So the 29 is if you wish to travel with checked baggage instead. The reason I like soft-sided luggage is because, first of all, it is ultralight. Second of all, it can flex with your belongings. So if you pack a little bit more stuff, it kind of stretches out a little bit. But also if you pack less stuff, it's very easy to compress it down. For example, with the use of these side straps, you can cinch in the buckles and make sure that everything's held together. And that's something that you can't do with hard-sided luggage. If you underpack, everything's going to rattle around in there and it's going to be a mess by the time you get to your destination. So soft-sided luggage is the way to go, and the Toursafe 21-inch anti-theft wheeled carry-on is my first choice. Next up are a few items that are new to my repertoire with Pacsafe, but I'm really happy to have added them because I'm finding them very useful. The first of which is this. This is the Citysafe anti-theft convertible backpack. Doesn't look much like a backpack, looks like a purse, doesn't it? Haha, well, that's where the word convertible comes into play. I'm a huge fan of multifunctional travel gear. If it suits more than one purpose, then it becomes all the more handy to have on the road, especially when you're traveling long-term or full-time, and you have to be really choosy about what you bring with you, but you also have to be prepared to encounter a lot of different situations. This purse and convertible backpack is perfect for encountering multiple situations. First of all, looks like a very nice, classy, stylish purse that can be worn crossbody. Like all Pacsafe products, the straps are slash-proof and quite sturdy, and the material is exomesh slash guard. It also feels really nice. It's water-resistant, and it's got a sheen to it that feels nice to the touch, but also feels like it's quite sturdy. Again, typical of Pacsafe, the zippers are all super high quality. Some zippers like this that are just one ways have little tabs in here that allow it to stay stuck to the side. These zippers at the front, this is a very interesting rhubarb locking system that really makes sure no one can get into your stuff. Basically what you can do is you can actually slide this open and closed to free up your zippers. So it's not just a pretty feature, it does something. Then you've just gone from 5 liters to 8 liters in capacity. 5 liters, 8 liters. 5 liters, 8 liters. Come on, how cool is that? The two zippers, whenever there's two zippers together, they have a really interesting interlocking feature that actually sticks the zippers together. And then these zippers can then lock to the side strap. So if you really want to make sure that no one's going to get into your gear, no one is getting into that. Now, the way this officially converts into a backpack, it's fairly easy. You move it from the strap from the top to the bottom, weave it through this fancy little device here. And now you have a backpack. The backpack's also incidentally quite comfortable to wear, which is great. You've got the pocket here. You've also got a pocket here, and you've got the main compartment here. Now here's what's really cool about this bag, one of many things, is that there are multiple ways to access the contents. That front pocket here is an individual pocket, also has RFID protecting organizational slots, which is really great. But also padded. On the inside, you've got a couple of organizational components, but not too many, which I appreciate. You've got an RFID blocking zipper here at the front. That's ideal for keeping wallets in there. You've got a main compartment and then also a padded slot here. As a backpack, this can fit a 10-inch tablet. And what's also cool is this back pocket is another way to get into the main compartment. Both the padded slot here as well as the main stuff. So there's multiple ways for you to get into your bag, but not for somebody else to get into your bag. Pacsafe has a whole Citysafe collection, bags, slings, purses, little backpacks like this. And what I really love about this is not just for travel. I use this every day. Perhaps I only need it to use it as a purse when I leave the house, but then I get a few things, I acquire something, I have something extra, I can turn it into a backpack and almost double the capacity right away. So this has a great ability to flex with my day and with my needs from outing to outing. Lastly, you may not be able to tell, but I lived through the 80s. And in the 80s, we had this thing called fanny packs. Now, they were very useful, utilitarian pieces of gear. You might have called them fashionable at the time, I don't know. But as soon as the 90s hit, they were not fashionable. And I became a little bit traumatized by that experience of the fanny pack, which is now back and it's fashionable again. And this time they're called hip packs. Like they're all hipster, hip packs. And they're also doubling as slings. So when I saw that Pacsafe had a hip pack, I decided perhaps it was time for me to get over being an 80s girl and to embrace the hip pack for all its usefulness. And admittedly, it's really useful. This is the Vibe 100 Anti-Theft Hip Pack by Pacsafe. It's got a number of cool features, just like any Pacsafe. All the zippers are locking and tamper-proof. All the material is slash-proof. It's water-resistant. It's padded. It has a special locking system here that allows you to clip and unclip so you can put it around your waist and be all fashionable. I will admit it's really handy. It's handy if I don't need to have all the capacity of my purse or my Citysafe convertible backpack. If I just want to go out with a few things, I'm going exercising, or I'm just out for a quick jaunt. I can put a few things in here and there's actually more than enough space. it expands. It's a little, you can see the little groove here. That actually allows you to put more in here than you might actually think would go in here. This is a 4-liter capacity. Again, with RFID protecting pockets, special clips for keys, and just a few organizational features that will help make sure you can find everything. Now, if you utilize all the security features of this bag, even if you're in a crowded area, you will not lose anything. This is one of the main risks of having a hip pack. Not so with the Vibe 100. In fact, you can lock all the zippers together in such a way that, you know, frankly, it's actually easy once you know how to do it. But when I first got this bag, I actually couldn't figure out how to get into it. But it is quite easy once it's all locked up. You can unlock it, move all your zippers out as needed. And the 2 zippers on this top component also slide together and apart in a locking feature. All in all, if you want to travel with a hip pack, I really do like this, and it is large enough to fit a 7-inch tablet and small enough to be fairly unassuming, either worn as a hip pack or as a sling. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more from me in terms of travel tips, gear reviews, and vlogs, please hit subscribe and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any new content coming from me. That's all for today. My name is Nora Dunn, otherwise known as the Professional Hobo. Ciao. Here to today. Bah! Here's